Did you teach Will Smith this?
Yeah.
Yeah, did he use your slap moves?
If you notice, right, it would have sold from any angle.
Notice
It was wide.
Nobody notices that he did a 540 after that.
Welcome back to another sick-ass part 2 episode of Getting to Know Jeremy over here with Off the Record. Here's the thing, man. We were so fucking fascinated because all of us are little boys who like grew up loving people like Jackie Chan and stuff. So you being here, like, I haven't seen the room this excited in a long time. We were just like, tell us more shit.
Because we get
what
to
else
see,
happened on
did you see
set?
the movie, right? Like this is what you watch the movie. This is what you fall in love with. But the fucking like depth behind of what it takes, like that's your world. Yeah. So it's cool till we get to go like, what's behind there?
So just to give some fans a quick catch up, you were a stunt coordinator on John Wick.
I was a fight coordinator.
A fight coordinator on John Wick. Can you give us like a really quick, just spicy little like list of credits of things that you've done that you've been proud of?
Let them know what it is.
John Wick 4. I just got to do Silent Night with John Woo. That should be coming out soon.
What is that?
Give us the deets. Give us the deets.
Well, technically, are we allowed? I can't talk about it. We're on.
Is that a Christmas movie?
Oh, you're on strike.
Yeah.
Oh shit. This is coming out in December.
Oh wait, that's right. Is it?
I don't know. I've just made that up. No. We don't know if it'll ever come out.
So I mean, for me, like the ones that are proud are not always because they're great movies either. It's just things like I got to work with John Woo. Then I did Gemini Man with Ang Lee.
That's cool.
Dope. Did it do great?
That's the Will Smith
but I got
movie
to
that was
train
terrible,
with
right?
Will Smith. Yeah. Dang.
Did you teach Will Smith this?
Yeah.
Yeah, did he use your slap moves?
If you notice, right, it would have sold from any angle.
Notice
It was wide.
Nobody notices that he did a 540 after that.
That's true. It was caught on all cameras.
No, I got to do one of the Avengers, so I think I did Civil War.
That's cool.
I got to do Venom. I got to do
Damn.
Ninja Turtles was my favorite.
That's cool.
It was me, Anise, Danny Graham, Jackson Spidell, John Valera, Jojo Eusebio, like
Which Ninja Turtles?
the first one of the animated one, the first one with the live action.
Oh,
The Michael Bay one?
Yeah.
The one where they like suddenly look all mature and like fucking.
The Scary Turtles.
Scary Turtles, the weird ones. But like for us, we were just like in mocap suits with the mocap turtle back, and we're just like,
Which turtle were you?
So cool.
I was Michelangelo.
You seem like a Michelangelo, yeah.
So that was one of my favorite because we just got to be in New York and our best friends doing turtle shit.
Yeah.
It was dream come true, right?
That's fucking cool.
That's fucking cool, man.
Yeah, and then I got to fight Scott Adkins on another like a really low.
Which one?
Low budget film that he did called Close Range, but then the director was Isaac Florentine, who did the original Power Rangers. So like a lot of the projects were like just cool to do because of like the people I got to meet and work
So it's almost like dream teams, and doesn't matter what the project is. It's just the dream team.
Exactly.
What was your favorite final product that actually came out?
Probably John Wick 4.
That's cool. That shit was amazing. That shit was so fucking cool to see. I actually got to watch John Wick 4 with Jeremy at Burbank.
Like at a premiere or?
Nah, it was just we went to go to a regular show.
I think they wanted to do some like OS thing.
But we ended up just watching the movie. We were like, oh my god.
Jeremy the whole time. Nick, this is me.
No, honestly, I would
Nick the whole time. Is that you? Is that you? Is that you?
Jeremy, is that you? Did that hurt? Did that hurt? I'm just talking hella loud. But there was this one scene where he does this crazy, really cool jiu-jitsu move, and I'm like, oh! I'm like the only one fucking.
Oh, because you know what it is?
And then Jeremy's like, yeah, what'd you think? That was pretty fucking cool. Or they're like, we'll see Jeremy on screen. We're like, oh shit, that's him. I'm like, babe, just Jeremy. We were watching it with Jeremy. And she's like, yeah, okay.
I got it.
And she's like, oh my god, so many gunshots.
I think I was like drunk on mules too.
Yeah.
So I was just acting like an idiot.
But it was so fun though.
I like the idea of you looking out for jujitsu based moves and then being excited, but everything else you're like, eh.
He incorporated the rear naked choke.
It's like I've never seen it done like that before. But no, honestly, for sure though, it's like it's.
How do you make a Kimura look dope? It's so.
Was that an actual question?
No, seriously, like these moves are like. Tons of people that specialize in that stuff too.
Well, you know Dave Camarillo.
Yeah, he's the fucking legend.
He was in it with us. He was helping train Keanu, but he's like the king of. He's the arm collector. Like so,
Really?
he does a really cool version where if you know a lot of people they sit back and they lean back on their hand when they're fighting open guard, and if you're standing, and he does like a dive roll over the person. And almost always people try to like time you going back, but you can dive roll over the arm and steal the Kimura. So by the time your back hits, you turn back into them and then you chicken wing them. Like you mount their head.
So
And
cool.
It's very aesthetically pleasing.
But it's one of my favorite ones to do. And then for camera, one of my favorite Kimuras to do is like if they take your back and you do the Kimura from the front and then you turn into them and you get them like you throw them from a Kimura. Right? Like those are fun.
That's so cool. Anytime their legs go overhead, that's cool.
Oh yeah, and they're you see the two legs flip in the air.
What's like a stunt that you had to get ready for that was the most like fucking thing that you've ever been most nervous about or had to do the most prep for or just the most dangerous?
Okay, there's something I did on my first movie.
Your first movie? Oh shit.
Called Expendables, right?
Oh shit.
First movie you did?
That was the first movie. And what was funny was I was getting ready for Tron with a niece, and then the director wanted like everybody over 6 foot. So Chad looks at me, he's sorry. And I was like, he's like, you can come to Expendables with me though. It's like, all right. And Chad was like literally in the airport going there. He's like, you know, you're a stuntman now. Don't think you're gonna be like a famous actor. I'm gonna try to kill you and you try to survive. That was like what he said, and I was like,
Shit.
dude, he threw me in the mix. Like obviously he was just scaring me, but he threw me in the mix. And there was this one day where I had to do a ratchet, like a 20-foot ratchet, which is like a pneumatic, like
Like a cable that drags you or something?
yeah, it's got like I can't talk right now.
Don't worry,
You press a button, you press a button and it's got like you can set the pounds of force.
Like it just
right?
jerks you across.
Yeah, and it jerks you so you don't have a guy pulling you. So it's faster.
It's all mechanical.
Yeah, and you get a lot more snap off the top. So
Like a chiropractor.
yeah, it sucks. And what sucks
The
is
opposite.
like, when you do it, like you just okay, well, where am I supposed to land? And I mean, you do a bunch of stuff to get ready for it, and you know where you're gonna land, but when they go 3, 2, 1, go, like there's no lag. You're there and then you're there, depending on how fast you go. So I had to do that, and then there was a scene where I had to do 5 deaths in one, but we were shooting infrared, like thermal goggles, and I had to fight Randy Couture. It was a different scene, and then I remember the changing room was like a quarter mile away, so it was like running. And halfway through on the walkie, they're like, Jeremy, Chad's looking for you on set. I'm like, fuck. So I take off my shit and I run back. And I remember walking into set, and it was like this cargo ship for pirates, like Somalian pirates. And the whole thing is like they're infiltrating this ship. And I look up, and Chad is like on the set of stairs that it's like those metal grated stairs on a ship.
Yeah.
And it goes like that, and he's like three of those up.
3 flights of stairs.
3 flights that like the ones that go up in a square, and he's just like standing there like this, and I'm like, oh shit. So I start walking up, and I'm looking around, and I'm brand new to the stunt industry, and there's like 60 stunt guys.
Oh shit.
And I walk up, and he goes, I want you to run up these stairs. Terry Crews is gonna shoot you with a shotgun. I want you to do over the railing, and the railing was like up to here because it was like a cargo ship. So it was like that instead of being down here. And since I'm running, I can't just like put my foot on a platform to prep.
Yeah.
So it's like I want you to take the shot, do a Arabian, which is like a half twisting backflip, and then I want you to land on that cargo box. And I look down, and the cargo box like 8 feet. So I'm like, okay, no problem. So I look at it, and the first thing is
When I walk out of the shower, I'm already like, don't slip.
Yeah, no, seriously.
This guy's walking same arm, same leg too.
Fucking chameleon speed.
So I'm 19. It's metal grates, right? So like one of my uncle Danny Hernandez, he's like, hey youngster. I was like, yeah, what's up? He goes, look at this thing. He's showing me something. So if you go over the railing, the platforms that you walk on have like metal edges.
Oh
He
shit.
goes, we should pad that up. And I was like, yeah. I didn't even think about it because he was like, when you go over rails and you topple over, everybody thinks you just shoot out. But if you put your hip just like a judo throw, it just becomes a fulcrum. Oh, yeah. So your head just goes like that. So in my head, I'm like, now I could be hitting my head on a metal grate. Yeah. And the big rule in stunts is like, wherever you put the pads is where you don't land. Like, you know, if you do a car hit and you put all your pads on, you always injure the one part you don't have pads. So I'm like, I'm gonna fuck this up somehow. So I do a couple of these, right? And it's just 8-foot fall, so it's not a big deal.
That's crazy to say.
And
because that's already from what, like ceiling like this right here? Ceiling
yeah,
floor?
8, dude. That's awful. What are you talking about?
But it was like it was to a cargo box, like a shipping container.
I don't care, dude. That's
We were able to hide a mat on there, right? So we put a mat there.
Is it like a nice bed mattress or like?
No, it's like a gymnastics mat.
That's not the.
It's like this.
But that wasn't the hard part though. So it was like after the whole day of like doing all these crazy stunts, I'm rushed into this part. He's like, okay, do this. I tried a couple times, maybe 2 or 3 times, and I'm watching all the like the legendary stunt people that are there. And I'm like, don't fuck this up, don't fuck this up. And then they're like, okay, let's shoot. And then I hear Jeremy. So I come back behind monitor, and Hank Amos is like, hey youngster, Chad doesn't think you can do this, but I have $300 betting that you can. Oh, and I was like, what? He goes, instead of landing on the cargo box, I want you to chip off the cargo box, which was like, it was another 12 feet from the floor.
What the fuck?
And then he goes, I want you to chip off of it, do like a Hong Kong twist, and then if you can, try to clip that box to slow yourself down, and then hit the concrete.
What the fuck?
So it was 12 feet from the container to the to another small like 4-foot cargo box, and then they were like, and then hit the deck, and they were like, but if you miss, because it was 4 feet wide by 4 feet tall, they're like, if you miss, you just land 12 feet to the concrete. So try not to miss.
Try, just try.
And I was like, I could do it. And then he was like, I thought you could. And in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm going to get fucked up. And he was like, oh, fuck. I was like, would you like me to rehearse it? And Chad looks at me like, you fucking idiot. Why would you rehearse that? He just get out there.
Oh my God.
But the thing is, like, a lot of times when you do wire gags or car hits, if you can, like, stand in the spot where it's going to happen, then you just, like, sit there and pray. I had to run up the stairs and hit a mark. So anything happens.
So they're shooting you from the stairs part.
Yeah.
Dude, you have so much pressure on you right now. You got $300 on it.
Yeah, and Chad was like, they're like, okay, everybody go to 1. So I'm like at number 1, and then Chad goes, Jeremy! And I look over and he goes, don't fuck it up. And it's like the worst thing to hear. And he just walks away. Dude. And all of this is happening within like 20 minutes. Because you're on set and everybody's like, go, 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 go. I'm like, and I'm 19, first movie, just like, this is crazy.
Jeez.
So. Is this a little bit, you said there's like 60 other legendary stuntmen there, but they're pulling like the 19-year-old who's like fresh off into this industry.
It's like some hazing shit.
Yeah, is this a little bit like that?
Well,
like they could have almost used anybody who's sick as fuck.
Or maybe they don't even want to do it.
Well, the older guys,
Yeah.
I mean, the older guys were like, older, and they're like, they don't want to get fucked up anymore. Like, let a young guy do it. And then you look at the young guys and you go, who can do it? And then, like, this was my test, because you know, we grew up in the YouTube like genre where everybody's trying to be a stunt person to be cool, to become an actor. But back then they were like, don't promote yourself. You're a stunt person, your job is to make the actor look good. So it's not like I could just go around talking about this shit and like putting it out there. And
this isn't a talk show.
yeah, so sure enough, like 3, 2, 1 action, I run up, and I just remember looking up, and Terry Crews was like, ooh, and I go, and it happened in slow-mo, because I'm watching the metal grate, and I'm going, I'm glad we put a pad there. And I'm like, oh, I should probably ditch my gun. So I like drop my gun, but I'm doing this flip, and like this is all happening like that.
Wow.
I throw my gun, I clip, and I remember feeling the corner of my back like this, and I go, that was perfect. And like I just start spinning, and I'm like, where's the box? Where's the box? I see the box, and I just try to like get whatever I could on it.
Oh my God.
Hit the box, I slowed myself down, hit the concrete, and I went, that wasn't that bad. In the scene, everybody's running in.
My God.
And one of the old school guys, I'm playing dead, right? And one of the old school guys runs up and he's shooting and he looks down and he goes, "Nice one, youngster." Stomps on my chest. That's what hurt the most.
Why did he do that?
He was hazing me. He's like, "Nice one, youngster." Wham! Just takes off.
Military
And look, and I'm like, you don't want to have to go again, right?
Yeah.
Because they're like, "Oh, the dead guy was alive." So I'm like,
That's true.
Shit, I didn't think about that. Because at the last, what if he goes, "Ow!" And then they're like, "Cut, do it again."
Holy shit.
"Ow! Why you do that?" And then that was like one of those because the toxic masculinity guys back in the day who were like, you have to just man up.
Yeah.
They after that show they were like, I think this is where you become a man. Like you're a man now.
That's tight though.
That's tight.
Like you
Place in like
That's
the squad.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Crazy, dude.
That's earning it though, man. That's earning it bad.
The extra stomp at the end, man.
Are you now the stomper on set?
Yeah, well, I like to do the thing where if you're doing background fighting, like we were in Hawaii last year on a Momoa project, and all the new people are there. They're like trying to prove themselves.
Yeah.
And we'd be like fighting with axes or something, and they'd go, 3, 2. I go, "Hey!" And they're like, "What?" And I'd take their weapon, I'd lob it across the set. And we're on like lava rocks. We just lob it. And then, "Action!" And I'm like, "Ah!" And then he's like, "Oh!" But we're in like the deep background. What? We just do funny shit like that.
Hell yeah.
We have a lot of fun, man. Yeah, we have a lot.
That's so funny.
Are there because looking at my son now, since he was a kid, I think he liked to get beat up. Like I have videos of him, 2 or 3, just like he's like, he'll like, "Touch me, Papa," and I touch him, he goes, "Ah!" Throws himself against the couch. Yeah. Are there kids stunt programs?
I don't know if there's stunt programs. Like, I think nobody wants to deal with that liability, but there's
It's a nightmare.
You should start it. Start it, dude.
yeah. I mean,
Kid stunts.
Get lean, get strong, get fucked up.
I just want to have fun.
it's good to learn how to face your fears when you don't have a lot of fears yet, right? And when you're a kid, so you get when you're an adult and you're like, "I don't want to do that." Like, you can get rid of that really fast, and you can confidently. Right, like the most dangerous guys to fight are the guys who got their asses kicked and survived. Right, so like the people who are like 30 years old and they're like, "I grew up in South Central and there were stabbings and shootings all the time." Like, you can't hurt that guy, right? So in this world that we live in, where we're all protecting our kids, like where do they get to learn how to face that adrenaline and then control it?
Yeah.
Like there's not. Unless they're, parkour for me, I always say like free runners are the best martial arts artists these days, because they don't just stand behind their martial arts and go, "Oh yeah, I could do this," and
I could poke your eyes out.
could poke your eyes out, but like I don't want to go to jail, so I can't really show you, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to go to jail.
I've gotten a bunch of those martial artists who are scared to do stunts because I'm like, I thought you control your body and you control your emotions. But then you get a free runner who like actively looks down and sees like 50 stories and they go, "I'm gonna be fine." And then they do the dangerous stunt and then they're alive, right? Yeah. So when I have them on set, they're like, everything's easy. And you're like, "Oh, this is how it should be." And nobody's like freaking out. But then you do get some martial artists who are not really that great at stunts.
We should do more parkour.
Fights and stunts are 2 different things.
Yeah, very scary.
Yeah, like and I'm kind of one of the guys that like gets to float and do everything. So it's really fun. I don't drive as much. I like riding my motorcycle, but I don't. That's one thing I won't fuck with because
Stunt driving?
it's stunt motorcycle riding, like motorcycle stunts, like Subin, like.
Crazy guy.
Yeah, like I'm learning. I can learn wheelies and stuff like that. Like I can get it up, but I won't.
I can't even get it up.
He's talking about his penis.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
Out of the stunt drivers, who's the scariest? Asians or non-Asians?
Stunt drivers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's the scariest to work with?
Like, you have a stunt and you see an Asian driver, you're like, no. Let's
Female Asian grandma.
let's swap them out real quick.
No, you know what, dude? In the States, for the most part, I know most of the people in the States, and they're pretty good. It's when you go to a different country and you're like in Bulgaria or some shit, and they're like, this is whoever. He's best drifter in Bulgaria, and you're like, what? And you're meeting locals in places that you never heard of people.
And they don't have a reputation, so you don't know how they're gonna.
At least we don't know them, but they might have a reputation in wherever they're from.
So you just gotta be like, fuck it, I
gotta
just
trust
met
them.
you, and you're just gonna hit me in a car. Like,
Yeah, well, see, I won't do it. I won't do that.
Yeah.
Those are the things I say no to.
Because it's like backyard wrestlers.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know, he might be #1 in my country, but then their movie film is like,
Everybody died.
yeah, it's
Undisputed 4.
Everybody died on set.
only 2 stuntmen died.
He's #1 because the other
Perfect
guy's
score.
dead.
Last month.
I like the idea of the kid stunt thing though.
Yeah. Stunt for kids.
Learn how to break fall.
Yeah, ever since he was a kid, he's always liked the. Even in jiu-jitsu class, you know when they teach a move, right? He wants to be on the receiving end always. So when they go, like most kids, they go, "I want to do the throw." He's already like,
Throw me.
and he
Is
just.
he like Wimplo from Kung Pao? I'm bleeding. That makes me the victor.
Do you think it's a good idea to like make an action movie where every time there's fights, when the guy gets hit, it cuts to a kid getting it?
Stunt kid.
Just for the stunts.
Stunt kid.
Just wow.
It's John Wick.
Just the stunts though.
All right, hold. Bring in the kid.
Baby in a suit.
Bring in the stunt kid.
That'd actually be that'd be hilarious.
He's so cute.
Just do a YouTube like short like
That's a oos. That's a oos video.
Bart Kwan just murdering kids.
It's like Anchorman when he keeps punching the babies.
Yeah. Or Step Brothers.
Just Kidding News, careful boys, is a brand. Just Kidding News is the man of smart people. The people of Just Kidding News, careful boys, they are very smart. Just Kidding News, the #1 podcast in the world.